What's up, guys? Welcome back to All Wings Everything. I am your cook, Spinelli, and yes, I am the self-proclaimed wing king and the prince and ruler of all lemon pepper wings. Now, if you want to learn how to make the best lemon pepper wings on the planet, click that link above, man. I'm going to show you guys how to make the best lemon pepper wings on the planet. Now, in today's video, I got a very special recipe. Guys, I love this chicken. I'm going to show you guys how to make Nashville Hot Chicken nuggets, the Cheesecake Factory style. Now, the only reason I call it the Cheesecake Factory style is because the way Cheesecake Factory makes their Nashville Hot Chicken is they do it in nuggets. They don't do it the original way with the bone-in chicken. But the recipe is still the same. You guys are going to enjoy it. I'm telling you, I've been on this chicken since 2004. I know that's been a long time. And man, I love it. And there's no doubt you're going to love it too. So I hope you're in your kitchen. I'm already in mine. So let's go. All right, so here are the ingredients we're going to use for today's spicy recipe. Man, I'm telling you guys, I love Nashville Hot Chicken. So what we have here, we have boneless breast. We're going to use some flour. We have some dill pickle chips. And you want to make sure you use the dill pickle chips and not the sweet dill pickle chips. You don't want that sweet flavor. Get the regular dill pickle chips, some whole milk. We got some dark brown sugar laying down over here. We have Louisiana hot sauce. Now, you can use any kind of hot sauce you want. I prefer Louisiana for this one because it doesn't have a whole lot of butter in that Louisiana. And then you're going to also add butter anyway. So right here, we got some honey, cayenne pepper, paprika, some garlic powder, some sea salt, black pepper, coarse butter, and 2 eggs. So these are the ingredients we're going to use. So, man, let's get started. All right, guys. So here in this step, as you can see, I've already cut my chicken breast into chunks and, you know, about 1-inch chunks like that. But, of course, you can cut them, you know, the size that you want them. But you just take a look at what I got. I want some, you know, sort of like some big chunks, not real like popcorn chicken. I want it to be pretty chunky. So I've cut mine up into bigger chunks. All right, here I have a cup of pickle juice. And I have a tablespoon of cayenne pepper. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my chicken nuggets or pieces or however you want. Well, nuggets, we're gonna call them nuggets. And I'm just gonna put them in a Ziploc bag like that. See it like that, guys? And next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my cayenne pepper in here. And next I'm going to add my pickle juice. And we're going to seal that up. You want to make sure that you have enough pickle juice that's covering your pieces like that. I have enough. That cup is enough for what I had. And we're going to make sure we get all the air out of it as we close it up. And what we're going to do is we're going to let these babies brine for about a minimum of 8 hours or overnight. Right now, just depends on how hungry I get. I may do for 8 hours. But I'm probably going to keep them overnight because I like to marinate and brine my foods for at least 24 hours just because I like to do it. The longer, the better, but you can do it for a minimum of 8 hours. So I'll see you guys in the next step. All right, guys. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and start preparing our flour mixture. Now, you could do this after your chicken is marinated, or you could do it right when you begin marinating or brining your chicken. Doesn't really matter. Me, I'm gonna go ahead and get it out the way. That way, when the chicken is ready, I can go ahead and start the frying process. And for me, it's just principle. I believe when you're dealing with seasonings, that the longer these seasonings have the opportunity to mingle, co-mingle, talk to each other, hug each other, kiss each other, the better the food is. But that's just my theory. I don't have any science to back that up, but God, except my own personal science. So, guys, so what we're going to do I'm going to tell you what I have right now. So right now we have, I got 3 cups of flour right here. I have a tablespoon of cayenne pepper, tablespoon of sea salt, a teaspoon of pepper, 2 teaspoons of paprika, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. So we're just going to go ahead and just dump these ingredients in here. It doesn't matter which order you do it, just dump them in there like that. And like that. All right. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to mix this bad baby together like that. Yes, sir. And you're going to have, you know, kind of like a light reddish finish to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let cover it up, and we're going to let that sit, and we'll be right back once we finish marinating our chicken. See you guys in a bit. All right, guys. So now we're going to start preparing our Nashville hot sauce. Now you can prepare this, you know, right after you cook your chicken, or you can prepare it ahead of time. But when you apply it to the chicken, you want it to be warm. So you may want to just reheat it if you prepare ahead of time. So we're going to go ahead and prepare ours now before we start frying our chicken. So I'm going to tell you what I have here. I have 3/4 cups of butter. I have 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. I have 1 tablespoon of honey. I have 1 tablespoon of some of that Louisiana hot sauce, 4 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika. I have 2/3 of teaspoons of garlic powder. I have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and pepper in this little dish right here, as you can see. So these are the ingredients we're going to use to make our sauce. So let's go ahead and move on. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start melting our butter. So again, we have this 3/4 cups. We're going to drop that in there, and we're going to get this butter melted. All right, guys, so now we can start adding our ingredients. The butter is almost melted, so we can start adding it now. So let's go with our garlic powder. Let's add that salt and pepper, our paprika, that cayenne pepper. Then, guys, if you want to hold back on the cayenne pepper, that is 4 tablespoons. So if you want to hold back on it, you can. But that's not Nashville hot chicken. Add our honey and our hot sauce. And now we're going to go ahead and mix this. I'm going to turn it down a little bit because you don't want to, you're not trying to cook it. You just want to get all the ingredients combined well. So you're not trying to, you know, cook it, bring it to a boil, anything like that. You just want to mix it well. All right, kind of like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. Like I say, I just wanted to get the ingredients mixed and combined. That's all we need. You don't want to cook it. So just turn it down and turn it off. And now we're going to reserve it. I'm gonna go ahead and continue to mix it. Make sure everything is combined. Make sure those lumps of that brown sugar is out. All right, and that's what you want, guys. Look at that. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sit this in a bowl and reserve it. Let me put it right here, and I'm going to reserve it until we get through with the wings, and then we're going to apply this sauce to the wings. All right, I'll see you guys in the next step. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare our dredge. So what I have here, I have a cup of milk here, 2 eggs, and I have 2 tablespoons of hot sauce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this thing mixed right now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add our egg in here, add our milk, and our hot sauce. And I'm just going to give this a good mix like this. Just like that. And let's go ahead and move on to the next step. All right, so now we are 24 hours in. Here is our chicken. I just poured it from the refrigerator. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to take these chicken pieces out of this brine, and we're going to let them rest here on these paper towels. All right, so this is what we have here. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna, pat them dry here on the top, the bottom, let the paper towels absorb that liquid, and we're just gonna let them sit here for about about 10 minutes before we get to frying them. But you want to make sure you get as much moisture out of them as possible. This helps them get crisp. All right, so we're gonna let them bad babies sit there, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, now it's time to get busy. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take our chicken. I did let it dry, pat it dry, let it sit for about 10 minutes. We're gonna take a couple of, maybe a few pieces at a time. And matter of fact, I'm gonna grab another one since they're pretty small. We're gonna coat them in this flour mixture like this. Get them fully coated. Drop them in the dredge. And then we're going to move them around in the dredge. Well, flip them over, should I say. Flip them over, make sure you get all sides coated or submerged in the dredge. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna shake them off, drop them back in here like this. And then we're just gonna recoat them like that. Then we're gonna shake the excess off. And we're gonna sit it over here on our rack. And we're just going to repeat this with our remaining pieces. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get these all coated up. I'm not gonna let you guys sit through this because it's really boring. And you guys already get the general gist of what I'm doing. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I've already finished the coating process. I dipped them in the dredge, coated them twice. So this is what we have. So right now our oil is heating up to 350 degrees. Once we get it up to temperature, we're gonna go ahead and drop these bad babies in there, okay? All right, I'll be right back. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to drop these bad babies into the grease. Like I said, I got it preheated to 350 degrees. But when I drop it down, I'm going to adjust the temperature down because I don't want it to cook too fast. Because remember, we added a lot of dark seasoning to our flour. So typically what happens when you add a lot of dark seasoning to your flour, it turns brown really, really quick. So I don't want the seasoning to turn, the outside to turn brown and darkish when the middle of the actual chicken is not actually cooked. So we're going to drop it in here, and then I'm going to adjust the temperature once it gets in here. I'm going to adjust it down. I'm just going to eyeball it to make sure that it's starting to fry right. You want your grease to be hot enough to drop your chicken in, number one. Once you get it down and get it to the right temperature, then you want to just let it continue to cook. So it looks like it's cooking, so I'm just going to adjust it down just a little bit, maybe to around 300 and maybe 35, and just let it cook for about 6 minutes. And then we're gonna pull it up, put it on our cooling rack, and then we're gonna drop our other batches down, all right? All right, guys, so this is about after 9 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove these bad babies, take a look at them. This is how you want them to have that crisp golden look on it. And we're gonna set them over here to rest. I got a cooking sheet over here, and I'm going to sit them over here and let them rest here while we complete the other batches. All right, so now I'm going to drop my second batch in. I'm probably going to cook these for I'm going to look at them around 7 to 8 minutes. Now that first batch, those were like the thicker side of the boneless breast, so that's why I cooked those a little bit longer. So we're going to go ahead and drop this second batch in. And I'm going to set the timer for about 7 to 8 minutes, and then we'll see what it looks like after that. All right, I'll be right back. All right, guys, so now our second batch is up. I'm going to go ahead and stick these bad babies on our warming rack also and let them cool because we got another batch to cook. All right, guys, so this is the completion of our third batch. As you can see, take a look how golden brown these are. So this is what we're going to do now for this last step. What I did, I've turned the heat back up. I'm going to drop these bad babies, all of them, back in here because we want to finish cooking them. Doesn't matter if you crowd the pan right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them cook for 3 more minutes to kind of make sure that they're cooked all the way through. I may leave them in here for 4 minutes since I got the basket overcrowded like that. And then we're going to pull them up because we want to get these bad babies sauced while they are hot. So I did raise the temperature to 375 degrees. So I'm gonna drop those bad babies in here once the temperature reaches 375, and I'm gonna let them cook for 3 to 4 minutes. All right, be right back. All right, guys, take a look at that. You see that golden color? We got a little bit darker. We got it a little bit more darker, a little bit more crispier. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take these bad babies and I'm gonna put them here on our rack. Man, look at these things here. See, take a look at that. Yes, yes. All right. So let me get this this countertop cleaned off and this fryer moving. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So this is what we have here. Take a look at our nuggets, guys. This is, oh man, look at that. They crispy. That's what throwing them back in there for those extra few minutes. That's what it does. It gives it a little bit more color and it makes it a lot more crispier. All right. So I'll be right back and we're going to start getting these bad babies sauced up. All right, guys. So I have my, let me back off a little. I have my sauce I have here. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to take this brush and I'm going to just start basting my chicken. Just like that. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness. Some of your cayenne pepper and your paprika is going to be settled at the bottom. If you want it, if you don't want it that hot, you could just, use the, dip your brush at the top of it, of your sauce. That way, you just get some of the butter and the whatever. What else we did? We put in there some honey and all those good flavors. But me, I want some of that paprika and I want some of that cayenne pepper because I like mine's hot. All right, so what we're gonna do now is just turn them over and we're gonna do the same thing, guys. Just like this. And that is what we have. I know I made a big mess, but hey, let's take a look at that. Let's get it up closer. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so I'm gonna get these bad babies plated up and I'll be right back. And there you have it, guys. Nashville Hot Chicken Nuggets. The Cheesecake Factory style. All right, this is a copycat from Cheesecake Factory. They don't do the original Nashville Hot Chicken, but they do the Nashville Hot Chicken Nuggets. So for you guys who just want like the bite-sized pieces, here are the nuggets. You can make the nuggets exact same way, except the nuggets, guys. Take a look at that. This is amazing, guys. Come on. It looks absolutely delicious. Now, guys, if you've never had Nashville Hot Chicken, you are missing out. Now, let me tell you something. This is a great recipe, but you have to go to Nashville and try the Nashville Hot Chicken. Now, this is an alternative if you can't make it to Nashville, but if you ever get a chance, you have to try Nashville Hot Chicken. Now, the measurements and the ingredients in the video description below, if you guys need that. Also, the links to these items. If you need some of these items, go ahead and click those Amazon links. It'll take you straight to Amazon and you can purchase them from Amazon. Everybody who's been clicking these links, I can't say it enough. You guys have been really supporting the channel. It's really been helping me provide these great recipes. So, and if you want to see a particular recipe, guys, just send me an email. I'll leave it right here on the screen and also put it in the video description. But before I go, I'm going to try one of these nuggets. Take a look at that one. Oh man. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna take some of this sauce that I have here. I love stuff to be hot, and I'm just gonna brush it because I wanna get some more of that sauce on mine. All right, I'm gonna bite into it. Take a look at that. Wow, this is I love this chicken. I'm telling you, I love it. Take another piece. Look at the inside. And until then, I'm your cook, Spinelli, all wings, everything, and I am out. Peace.